Imagine this. It's a crisp January morning in 2014, deep in the misty woods of southern Oregon. A team of sheriff's deputies descends on a rundown 20-acre pig farm in the tiny town of Wimer. The air is thick with the stench of mud, manure, and something far more sinister: decay. As they approach the pig pen, the animals snort and squeal, their beady eyes watching every move. One deputy slips in the slick earth, his boot sinking into something soft and unnatural. He brushes away the dirt and uncovers a human leg bone, gnawed clean with fresh axe marks scarring the surface. Nearby, a jawbone tumbles out of the muck, teeth still intact, but polished by hungry jaws. The pigs fall silent, as if they know the game is up. This isn't just a farm, it's a graveyard. And the owner? A reclusive former Navy engineer named Susan Monica, who would soon confess to a nightmare that defies belief, murdering 2 men and feeding their bodies to her pigs. But was it self-defense or something colder? Welcome to the chilling true story of Susan Monica, the pig farm killer. If true crime keeps you up at night, hit that subscribe button and let's dive into the darkness. Our story begins not in Oregon, but in the structured world of the U.S. Navy. Born Stephen Buchanan in 1948 in Gary, Indiana, Susan Monica grew up in a working-class family. From a young age, she felt out of place in her own skin, a secret she buried deep as she pursued a path of discipline and intellect. In the 1960s, she enlisted in the Navy, serving as an engineer during the Vietnam War era. Monica was sharp, inventive, and tough. She earned respect for her mechanical prowess, designing systems and solving problems under pressure. But beneath the uniform, a personal storm brewed. Monica later revealed she had always identified as female, a truth she couldn't express in the rigid military environment. After her honorable discharge in the 1970s, she transitioned, adopting the name Susan Monica, a nod to her rebirth. Life post-Navy wasn't easy. Monica bounced between jobs, using her engineering skills in civilian roles, but stability eluded her. By 1991, at age 43, she craved escape from society's judgments. She purchased a remote 20-acre plot in Wimer, Oregon, a speck on the map with fewer than 500 residents, nestled along the Rogue River. The farm was her sanctuary, rolling hills, dense forests, and isolation. No neighbors prying, no questions asked. She built a life off the grid. No running water, just a trailer for shelter, buckets for necessities, and a herd of pigs as her only companions. Monica fancied herself a survivalist, raising livestock and tinkering with inventions. But the farm fell into disrepair. Rusted equipment, overgrown weeds, and pigs rooting through garbage heaps. Locals whispered about the hermit on the hill, a tall, wiry woman with a sailor's tattoo and a stare that could freeze blood. Little did they know, her isolation masked a growing darkness. Fast forward to 2012. The farm was struggling and Monica needed help. Enter Stephen Delicino, a 59-year-old drifter with a checkered past. Down on his luck, battling health issues and poverty, Delicino answered Monica's ad for a handyman. He moved into a camper on the property, trading labor for room and board. At first, it seemed like a good fit. Delicino fixed fences, fed the pigs, and kept the place running. But tensions simmered. Monica was a taskmaster, paranoid about theft and betrayal. Delicino, desperate for cash, started eyeing her belongings. Neighbors later recalled hearing arguments echoing through the woods, sharp words about money and work ethic. Then, one sweltering August day in 2012, Delicino vanished. His truck sat abandoned by the riverbank, keys still in the ignition. No note, no goodbye. Monica told anyone who asked that he'd up and left, skipping out on owed wages. But whispers spread in Wimer's small circles. Delicino wasn't the type to ghost without his vehicle. His family filed a missing persons report, but with no body or evidence, the case went cold. The pigs, meanwhile, seemed unusually fat and content, their pens stained with fresh earth. Monica carried on, rifle always at her side, muttering about culling the weak. What really happened that fateful night? We'll circle back to her confession soon, but for now, know this. Delicino's disappearance was just the beginning. A year later, in the summer of 2013, Monica hired another handyman, Robert Haney, 56, a kind-hearted soul from nearby Medford. Haney was a family man, recently sober, looking for steady work to support his loved ones. He too moved onto the farm, hauling scrap, mending barns, and tending the pigs. Haney's relatives described him as reliable. He called home often, sharing stories of the quirky farm life. But by September 2013, the calls stopped. Haney's food stamps card, however, kept pinging at local stores. Purchases for groceries, including chillingly pork products. His family grew frantic, reporting him missing to the Jackson County Sheriff's Office. Enter Detective Lena Harris, a no-nonsense investigator with a keen eye for foul play. Harris traced the card activity straight to Monica's farm. What started as an identity theft probe quickly escalated. Deputies arrived for questioning, but Monica was evasive, her eyes darting to the pig pen. He left, she insisted, just like the last one. But Harris wasn't buying it. A welfare check revealed the farm's horrors. No plumbing, piles of junk, and pigs that eyed visitors with unnatural hunger. One deputy noted the animals watched us like they knew something we didn't. As they left, Harris spotted fresh dug dirt near the enclosure, a red flag that screamed, "Search warrant." January 2014. Armed with warrants, deputies stormed the farm at dawn. Monica surrendered without resistance, but her smirk hinted at hidden truths. As teams combed the property, the pig pen became ground zero. Digging through the filth, they unearthed human remains. A leg bone here, a skull fragment there, all bearing teeth marks from porcine scavengers. One pig was euthanized on site. Its stomach contents yielded a watch engraved with SD, Stephen Delicino's initials. Over 50 holes were excavated across the 20 acres, revealing dismembered parts from both men. Haney's thigh bone showed axe hacks. Delicino's skull had multiple .22 caliber bullet holes, clustered like an execution. Cuffed in the interrogation room, Monica finally cracked, or so it seemed. Chain-smoking detectives leaned in as she spun her tale. For Delicino, he came to me one night, wild and angry, grabbed my rifle. In the struggle, it went off 3 or 4 times. He shot himself in the head. But ballistics told a different story. Contact wounds, impossible for suicide. Monica admitted dragging his body to the pig pen. The pigs swarmed him. They eat anything, waste not, want not. She dismembered what remained with an axe and buried the bones. Why? Efficiency. Nature's cycle. Then Haney. I found him in the pen, half-eaten alive by the pigs. His guts hanging out, screaming in agony. I put him out of his misery, 1 shot to the head. Mercy kill, she claimed. But evidence painted premeditation. Haney's wounds suggested he was shot first, then fed to the animals. Monica used his ID for months, buying supplies while his family searched. Her chilling words during questioning. I do not value human life very much. The only thing wrong with this planet is there's people on it. We're an infestation. Detectives recoiled. Here was a woman who saw humans as disposable as livestock. But was Monica a serial killer? Rumors swirled of more victims. The farm's isolation made it perfect for disappearances. Monica hinted at others in jailhouse chats, signing a cellmate's card as the sweetest murderer in Jackson County. Investigators dug deeper, but no additional bodies surfaced. Still, the question lingers. How many drifters passed through her gates, never to leave? The trial began in April 2015 in a packed Medford courtroom. Prosecutor Ella Vance painted Monica as a cold predator. This wasn't self-defense, it was slaughter. She erased these men, fed them to her pigs, and lived off their identities. Forensic experts testified to the horrors. Bones with pig gnaw marks, bullet trajectories debunking suicide claims, DNA on Monica's axe mingled with victims' blood. Monica, representing herself at times, doubled down on her story. Pigs are nature's cleaners, she argued. I acted in mercy. Witnesses included a jail snitch who recounted Monica's boasts. She laughed about the pigs finishing the job. The jury deliberated mere hours before returning guilty verdicts. 2 counts of first-degree murder, 2 counts of abuse of a corpse, and identity theft. Sentencing in May 2015. Judge Timothy Barnick handed down 50 years minimum, 25 per murder consecutive. Monica, then 66, showed no remorse. Fair enough, she quipped. As she's led away, she whispered to a deputy, the pigs will outlast us all. Today, she rots in Coffee Creek Correctional Facility, her appeals denied. The farm, abandoned, a haunted relic overgrown with weeds. Locals swear they hear phantom squeals on moonlit nights. The Susan Monica case exposes the shadows in rural America, where isolation breeds monsters, and the line between human and beast blurs. Delicino and Haney sought second chances, but found only death. Was Monica a victim of her own demons, or a calculating killer? You decide. If this story chilled you, like and comment below. Do you believe her self-defense claims? Share your thoughts. For more true crime, deep dives, subscribe and turn on notifications. We've got more nightmares waiting. Until next time, stay safe and watch your back on those lonely farms.